Morning everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World. Today last night we made an emergency run to get some posts because the guineas have decided to fly over our fences, so now they have to go higher. Let me show you what we're up to today. We have a major operation going on right here. Major. We've had to rip out a chunk of the fence line. I'm putting in real posts. There's multiple advantages to having real fence posts here instead of the T-posts that we've been using before. Stability, and we're going to be able to go up 6 foot high on the fencing to keep the guineas out. And then I'm going to tie that corner, or that post on the fence over here, into this one. And probably with an angled down big long board or even a cable. And that'll secure that fence even better. Now I'm going every other post. I've got here a wood post. There's a T-post. There's a wood post. Here's a T-post. And then we've got the rose trellis. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side and carry on. Exact same thing. It's a mirror image of one another. I just wanted to share with you, I'm not recording much because this is a rush to keep the birds out of our garden. So we have to hurry up so I can do other things today. But major operation, ripping out pieces of the fence line to do this. And we're using that gravel I got yesterday. So they're level and stable. Actually, I like the gravel better. It's easier to work with. Well, there's that, guys. You hardly even see it. I'm probably going to put 2 strands of wire up here to prevent them from coming through any further, because they can fly up in the trees. But I think it looks alright. It barely noticeable. Let me go back a ways. I think it's going to be okay, and it definitely strengthens our overall fence line for the winter winds that are going to come. And that's another important thing. That is very important. And as I go along, I'm repairing the fence. Some boards that fell out or warped, and I'll probably go into detail on that another day. Some updates on the fence and things I would do different next time. Everything's dry here. We're in the middle of a drought. Let me show you how it's giving me trouble here. Digging is taking 3-4 times longer than it should, because I can't get any dirt out of the hole. It's dust. Everything is dying. It's dust. We're losing our garden. Remember, we planted this a couple months ago and it hasn't done anything. Surprisingly for lettuce, it hasn't bolted either, but it hasn't done anything. Our tomatoes sort of started to grow a little, but then stopped. We've got a little bit over here, but they haven't done anything. It's been really hot. We are in a, it's called a dry sand prairie. And so now the grass here is greener because we water the garden heavily. But over here, it's all dust. And I can't get dirt out of the hole. I'm frustrated. I can't get dirt out of the hole. Down over there, it went a little easier. It was dry, but not as dry as it is right here. You can see the sun beats down on us here, and there's no moisture. There's just no moisture, and wow. So I'm gonna keep trying. See, there's a gap here with that closed, and normally it works because sand is moist, or soil, and it sticks together in clumps. But it's not, and I have to chop it free with the post hole digger and then scoop it with my hand, which is not efficient. I've been out here half an hour on this hole. This is not efficient work. I don't know of a better way. I thought about pouring water in it, but I got a bucket of water. It's so dry it's not even taking it. It's not even. Isn't it amazing how dry soil you would think would be thirsty, but it doesn't even take it. Now it's starting to go. I gotta let that go in so I can get a scoop out of my post hole digger. It was the worst hole I've ever dug on my property. It was like digging through cement with the bone dry down there and the rocks, because nothing would give. And I hit some of the biggest rocks I've ever had on my property. It was just a nightmare down there, and there's some I buried. I had to add water, wait for it to soak a while, and then dig a couple inches, add water, wait for it to soak a while. That was a good hour of digging here. Exhausting. But I got that one in. And we've got the fence ripped open here. And I've got this one in. I'm going to put a corner post in over here. And we're going to come along and close off the fence right there. That'll be into the gardens. So today I'll have the fencing done. And then I still have to work on the gate. But as long as I'm here, the guineas are not going in. That's one bonus. Well, that side's almost done. This side I got the posts in. I gotta get the corner posts. I gotta get my tape measure out, and get the corner post in just right. And then I'm gonna take a break. It is humid. And then I got some fence boards to put up. The guineas can't get through underneath as long as the boards are in place. But if there's a missing board, they can get through because they'll push that chicken wire flat. But up in here they can't. Well, there's a gap. That one's crooked. I'll have to fix that. But as long as that's everything's straight and good, they won't get through. It's like chopping cement out here. It's dry. It's the hardest I've ever experienced. I put water in to help this thing lift it. I'm gonna have to put some more in a minute here. When I get down to that rock layer, it's an absolute nightmare to dig through. But I think I'm just going to go ahead with the picket fence to the end, and then across and be done with this once and forever. So I don't have to stress about those birds anymore. And then we can run another extension to our outer raised bed for next year. There, that's the end of that. It's dust. Now I wait. I'm putting in new fencing. Finishing this up. Now if I had this to do over again, I would use screws all the way across and not nails. I tried to use nails to be cheaper, but they don't hold because the wood's going to warp out with time and pull the nail right out, and the screws will hold. And that is a big difference. So that's why I have to do some fence repair. Some of these have pulled themselves out. Live and learn. You know, it's a shame to lose some of my boards, but it won't happen again. And of course they're cheap, so not a big deal. That's the end of that. I gotta go around the corner, and then when that's done, I gotta put up all the chicken wire, both below and above. and then I can work on the garden gate. Well guys, it was raining, so I put everything in, and then I carried on working. I got the garden fence finished all the way to around the corner. I got a lop off the ends. It is done. And the guineas are mad at me. They were out here squawking at me because they couldn't get through. So I just carried on and did it, and I got chicken wire all the way around the bottom. I still have to staple it in place. Now you can see it's sort of laying and hanging, but it's there. And that way rabbits won't get through. But that is a big accomplishment. I can't believe it took all day though. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But that was hard going in that dry soil. Now over here, I have been framing in the gate as the last piece of the puzzle outside of putting the top piece of fence on, which we still have to do that today. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see how bad it is. This board is warped in a very bad way. Well, you can see the bottom, the gap from here, this inner board to the outer board, and how it warps in and up. Terrible, terrible warp. Really bad. And that one's warped. So I've got a gap here. So I have an idea. The gate is just resting in place. But I have an idea to use a strap, truck strap, a title strap. I'm going to wrench that in and see if I can bring that in together and then put a top plate on there. I'm going to try it, see what happens. But it looks like there's rain coming again, so I don't know how much camera work I'll still have to do. And I don't know if I have hinges, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish this today. Well, that worked, but now I see there's a slope in the ground. I made these level with the ground, but not with each other. When I put them in, there could have been some settling as well. So, I can do my best with what I've got, but I tightened the strap and then I had to loosen it to get that board in. But it's gonna work. I'll have a straight gate anyway. Well, there it is sitting there. Obviously it's not gonna be resting on the ground, and it's gonna have pickets on it to match the fence line. But right now I need to find some hinges. That's as far as I can go for right this minute. Well, that's it guys. I'm done. My body said that's it. That's enough. I got a lot done today. Next time I'll hang that and finish the pickets on it and put a latch on it. Straighten out this horrible bow in that board. Wow, that's nasty bowed. And I got some chicken wire up on this end. I'm just too exhausted to finish. I got another spool here. I gotta go around, but it's just, I'm done. When your body says enough, it's enough. It's been a good day. Got a lot done. So, that's it guys. This is gonna be one of our best ever gardens this year. For just beautiful, I think. So that's it guys. Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. You never know what's coming tomorrow at the homestead. Talk to y'all later.